Hey there, everybody. How's it going? It's an exciting day. Your focus seems a little bit off. Let's see. Hmm. That seems close enough. All right. Well, we made it. We have a playable demo again. The last one, if you can believe it, was I believe in late 2020. So it's been a while. Y'all probably have been through entire schools in that amount of time. Yeah. But hey, I don't think it will have been worth the wait. I think this would have been worth a 2 year wait, but unfortunately, I was just not leveled up enough for that. So took a while, but I think I think I am pretty proud of the result here. But yeah, so today we're doing yeah, so yeah, we have a today is the editor testing. So you can now customize a character and save it. Um, Now there will be bugs, and it is literally just that. It's literally just customizing a single character. Multiple characters, swapping outfits, all that stuff's still coming. But we're getting that done. But yeah, so let's see. Let me where okay. So I how do I make this place open? See permissions? No, I haven't. Okay, I guess public. Uh, yeah. Let's see. I don't know if this is made it public for every single person, though. At the end of the day, there is. It will check to see if you're. It will check to see. Okay, so here's the link to it. It will check to see if what's it called? If you're in the group, and so expect that to happen. Yeah, the we'll see how that goes. Oh, and if you aren't a tester, yeah, go to the Discord and select the tester role, and that should work pretty well. In terms of, let's see, seems other people have made it here, so that's good. Wait a second. Let's see. How's everybody doing? Ah, so it seems it has everybody starting completely naked, which is weird because I was almost certain I put default clothes. All right. Well, glad I'm not streaming my screen because it's not how I'd prefer the first moments of Superhero Life 4 go. But yeah, no. If y'all could use the character editor to put on pants, it's just polite. Yeah. But while y'all are interacting with that, I did add some new things to the Discord. So add what's it called? Oh yeah. Um, there's a new thing called the tester forum, where if you find bugs, if you have ideas or just general feedback, that is what that channel is for. So bugs are never intentionally added. Otherwise, that'd be features. But I think it's more just I've been working in the dev. It's weird because I've tested it with like the Roblox Studio accounts, and it does add them fine. I wonder if it's an issue with actual outfit replication. Are people able to see their own clothes? Because that might be what's happening. It might just be the replication system breaking. So if you can see your own clothes, that means that it's a replication thing. If literally nothing's loading, well, as to how long stuff has been in development, I mean, we started work on Superhero Life 4 back in 2020, if I remember correctly. Um, Maybe 2021, one of those two. And we didn't, we worked on it pretty consistently for about 2 years. Then I kind of burnt out and worked on a few side projects for about another 2 years. Then in 2024, I returned to it And that's how that went. Uh, let's see. It started out as a remake of Superhero Life 2, but then I just realized, okay, this is actually has enough momentum to be Superhero Life 4. It's kind of becoming its own thing. Hmm. Yeah. Though preferably, y'all, if you could post, it's not like a rule. Like you're not gonna be in trouble if you do it. But if you could post testing stuff in the tester chat, that would be preferred. But yeah, let's see. Also, if y'all could leave a thumbs up on the game, because inevitably people are going to try to play it and then get angry when they don't have access to it. Um, so yeah. There used to be a way to actually block out someone from playing the game via group roles, but I believe they rolled that back for some reason. Yep. Oh yeah. No, like I put a lot of effort into trying to give there a lot of flexibility for the outfit stuff. Um, I mean, I don't own the rights to Spider-Man, so I can't just add a Spider-Man mask. But the goal is to allow people to make whatever they want. So, I have no doubt people will make Spider-Man. That will not be because I was trying to get people to make Spider-Man, if that makes any sense. Um, uh, Maybe. The thing is, I much prefer posting on the Discord because people in the general group have been kind of out of the loop for so long that it's a bit, it's a bit hard to. It's hard to like get everybody onboarded because these are people who like just kind of joined it a while ago, probably get like some currency code or something. And yeah, like I I think that for the most part, until the game's more done, I'm gonna hold up. Like once the game is essentially like a superhero life 2-ish level of complete, where like you have basic powers, basic character suits, all that stuff, you know. I think that will be that'll be a key moment for when we start doing more public promotion of the game. Because right now, like y'all, I think y'all find this stuff cool because y'all are like the super fans of it. I think the average fan might want to wait until something's more baked. Oh, gotcha. Well, currently it is Discord only. We are going to go. We are going to build towards having the general audience in it, but for now, like this really is more for getting the game ready rather than to make the fans happy. But yeah, so that's how that stuff's going. Let me change my screen to show the current plan for things. So I have a basic roadmap planned out. I appreciate it, Lagway. Yeah, yeah, I'm glad people have stuck around for that long. I want to do what I can for it to be deserved. Okay, here we go. So let's. Okay, so here's the basic. Here's the basic current roadmap of things. Actually, there's a way to render this more markdown. Okay. There we go. Okay. So we have basically seasonal updates. Now, updates might happen more often than just on a season level. But this is more just like kind of like just like the general goals of like in the general timeline. To get tester status, you should go to the Nightcycle Discord, and then after let me. Okay, I've just updated. So if you go to the Nightcycle Discord and then go to the roles channel after verifying yourself, you should be able to get the role. And then it'll take a few hours for the workflow I have to find you and then rank you up. but you should be given access in the next day. But yeah, so here's the current timeline. So spring 2025, we have, the goal is to have multiple characters and outfits. So like all the characters you create, right now you can only make one. And so the goal is to build out that to allow you to have a bit more, room to try things out. And after that, in summer, that's when we're really going to hammer in on power systems. Now, we might start work on that earlier, but that's when the release goal is. And we have stuff. The main hope here is that like these different basic powers will just kind of show off, just like give you something to do, a very minimum amount to do. There won't really be much gameplay, but you will be able to have powers and then some basic upgrades for those powers. Literally no powers exist right now. It is solely a character editor testing right now. Yeah, this is not stuff has Superhero Life 4 is not out. It is being tested, and y'all are helping me test it, which I very much appreciate. But the stuff like so right now this is the basic power tree. More powers than this will be added, but I'm really focusing on just getting the systems built out. My goal is to build out as many systems as I can, and then once those systems exist, then focus on adding more content. Then fall, we're going to focus on map improvements for stuff like ambient noise, basic interiors, more external detailing, making decorations destructible, all that kind of stuff. Then finally, after winter, this is the stuff that we're going to have basic base building and customization as well as apartment renting. And so all of that should end up being released about that time. So probably, we'll see if we hit Christmas, but honestly, winter's always a busy time, so we'll see how that goes. There's certainly scenarios where like these are seasonal things. So the editor should work for mobile users, but I haven't tested it as much. So if it's broken on mobile, that's definitely something to post in the forum chat. I've been doing all right, Zena. Good to see you again. But then in 2026, so the public alpha, that'll basically be the point where I start promoting the game to people outside the Discord after the public alpha. And for what it's worth, like this stuff could take longer or shorter. I am feeling a bit tired, admittedly. I've been working on this for a while, so I might spend some time doing side projects along the way, just to keep myself sane. But I do think I can hit these release dates. If I post a Night Ships demo GIF at any point, don't lose hope. Okay. But yeah, and then so 2026 public beta. This is the kind of stuff we're hoping to add that year, where it's just kind of building out the smaller parts of the game, more gameplay stuff. Yeah, just kind of, and then like 2026, 2027, add more items to customize with, add more power progression paths, just kind of building up the content. Like, oh, it's all good. It's all good. Glad you could make it. That's weird. All right. Well, then I guess one of the first bugs I'll have to fix for this is getting a mobile. I'm guessing bug patches, they'll take about expect the bugs to release every patches and stuff should probably happen every week or two. So yeah, just so if y'all could post the bugs or issues you're having in the Superhero Life 4 tester forum, which nobody seems to have posted. I'm guessing y'all do have access to it, right? Did I give everyone access? I believe so. Maybe not. Okay, I think I just gave everyone access. We'll see. Okay. The yeah. Well, hey, congratulations on always winning, hero. Very impressive. Yeah, no, it's been a while. Yeah, the sorry if things are a bit rusty. Well, you're just not built like Hero, right? I'm sorry, it's a skill issue. Um, but yeah, like for what it's worth, this, as you can see, this release pipeline is very much flexible. Like we're talking 2 years of plans, but it's also a lot less stuff over those 2 years. I think this is just more to give me flexibility because like this game needs to come out, but also, I it's taken a long time, and so I want to have a balanced workflow with it. I want to make goals, which I can definitely hit. You know, I think I'm at a point where, because like for what's worth, I was saying that this test was going to happen January, February. I've been saying that since I think December. Um, and so like I am getting better at predicting this stuff. It's but it we'll see. Obviously, this stuff could change. We could get ahead of schedule. We could get behind schedule. Everything's possible. My goal is just, slowly build up the game and make sure that this doesn't fall apart again. And I think so far stuff is very stable. Even though we're doing a lot of stuff, the rendering pipeline is kind of a headache to get working. So that's going to cause me some pain. But I think things are going to go pretty well. But first test is always going to be the buggiest. Oh wait, clothes are here again. Okay, that's cool. Oh wait, oh yeah, it's rendering them. Okay. Okay, I wonder what's happening with. Did it break? Ah, I almost swore because I saw the stupid editable image memory budget limits. That's gonna kill me. That is going to kill me. So we're gonna have to see what to make of that. That I will say, the memory budget stuff that might become like a death sentence if Roblox doesn't give me more. Right now I'm stuck with 40 megabytes, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, yeah. So long as you can see your own character, I guess that's my hope. You know. So I don't know what that means, Christ Terminator, unfortunately. Couldn't see the dynamic capes? Sure. Yeah, let's see. How do I have a way to show the Roblox client? Maybe not. Okay, let me just game capture. Roblox client. Roblox doesn't work with OBS game capture. Okay. Why doesn't it? Man, every day I just get more tired of Roblox on like a spiritual level. Okay, it's been a long road. Okay. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so this is what stuff looks like on my screen. Yeah, but yeah, no, like the problem is the stupid editable image texture limits. They don't trust me. They think I'm a child. Treat me like a baby. Need kid gloves. He can't manage his own memory. So because I'm not treated like an adult at almost age 30, this is going to be a painful thing to do. But it's Roblox. Well, what can I say? I knew what I got myself into. But yeah, so we're gonna find ways to get more of the edible image clothing stuff working because I do think it's really, really important and would really level up the game. Yeah, but yeah. Thank you, thank you. I've been working hard to try to make it look better. You know, I do think it's going to be very much an upgrade. And actually, I've been doing some performance stuff. It actually renders pretty well too, despite all these crazy trees. Though I still need to fix these trees. These trees slow things down more than they should. But yeah, you know, like right now, things are definitely, you know, it's definitely not handling the. Though actually, it does seem like slowly stuff is loading correctly. Like this person has a really cool outfit, and so that loaded correctly. I wonder. I might just have to do some more dynamic scaling. Have it load at a. In fact, maybe if I go into the into this and then go back, it might actually work a little bit better because yeah. So we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, no, like we're slowly yeah, definitely y'all. If there's a bug that you want fixed, you got to put it in that one chat in that one. Make a post on the Superhero Life 4 tester forum channel. Otherwise, I'm not going to remember it. So yeah, but yeah, like you know, we're slowly, you know, we're getting stuff to work. Yeah, so custom servers, that is something we got planned. Um, yeah, though it is planned for pretty late in production. Right now, our main goal is, of course, fixing this up, and then powers because this is a superhero game. You know, fixing this up, allowing you to have multiple different appearances, and then powers. That's going to be the next half year, essentially. It was built to work on mobile. Apparently, it does not. So, yeah, that's why it's bugs. Yeah. So sorry if I tried to keep everyone's expectations low, but you know, at the end of the day, this is a testing thing. So, but I guess when you go so long without testing, people's expectations kind of raise a bit. But no, it is buggy. This is a buggy mess, and we need to. And, you know, if you leave bug reports, I'll be able to fix this stuff. And every release, every stream, I should be able to probably do a new release, and we'll be able to, you know, see stuff work more and more every time. Yeah, I can't wait to have powers though, because right now just running around as like my guy, you know, it's fun and all, but it's not exactly a game. So yeah, adding superpowers, that'll be very nice. Um, so my goal is to make the powers pretty customizable. I'm not sure exactly how I'll do trails though. It might be something where it's sort of a customization effect rather than just sort of a one size fits all solution, you know? Like it'd be cool if you could like add like particle effects. Like you could have the person like catch on fire or something if they run too fast, or you know, have their color scheme change. That all would be quite fun. But yeah, you know, like for the most part, I do think that it's really cool seeing people in the map, even though you know the character stuff ain't exactly ready yet. Oh yeah, no, I completely agree. I think this will be the superhero life game, and I think because I built it a little bit more sustainably, it'll also last a lot longer. As you can see, Superhero Life 2 and 3 are kind of falling apart. And frankly, I'm surprised they lasted this long. But, you know, we're definitely going to be open sourcing those pretty soon. Just to essentially closing support for them. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I have to do some stuff to fix the chat in Superhero Life 2 before April comes around. Depending on how difficult that is, that might just be the point where I open source it. Like I'm just like, yeah, I don't. You know, we'll let that one's Project Superhero guy re-release it. Though, in fairness to them, they actually do add their own stuff. Huh? So this is unanchored. That's interesting. Wonder how that happened. There's so anti-exploit isn't really a thing. You just kind of got to build your systems right. Like you exploit detection kind of works sometimes, but even then, you can just as easily accidentally trigger it with your own code. Like I have a friend who they had an anti-exploit thing to catch people who were hacking money on into their game account, and they accidentally set the limit to trigger it low enough that when a person bought the most expensive cash product, they were banned for hacking. Uh, really funny stuff. So no, anti-exploit stuff, you can't just sort of press a button and deploy that usually. Um, that being said, I'm being a lot smarter with how I do the remote client stuff. Um, yeah, so that it should like, hey, like y'all, if anyone out here is an exploiter or a hacker or whatever, take a shot at the game. See if you can get stuff to happen that I would otherwise not want to happen. Um, you know, but for the most part, I think like most of the data pathways are pretty clean. Yeah, I would definitely love to start having some environmental effects. Now that my full-time job is working at Bloxfruits, which, very fun game, very cool team, go play it. Um, the, what's it called? They do a lot of really cool environmental destruction stuff with those powers, and so I've gotten to see that up close, and it's very inspiring to want to make your own superpower attacks more cool. But yeah, it's pretty much how stuff is going for the most part. Yeah, so I guess. Oh yeah, thank you. And for what it's worth, I do plan on expanding this map over time. It's just there's so many other things to do that it's not like a super high priority. Like it's just kind of it would be very nice to expand it. Because it is I think it still feels a bit small to me. I did a better job, I think, with planning it, so it doesn't feel as small as Superhero Life 2, even though they're around the same size. But yeah, Ryan, you're shorter than I remember, but not by much. Okay, but let's see. How about yeah, also all the decorations are procedurally generated, which you can probably tell to an extent, but it should make adding new buildings pretty easy. But yeah, I feel like this guy right here is making something really cool because he's been standing there for at least 20 minutes. You know, um, but yeah, the yeah, it's a pretty cool little map. I think that as I see people post the cool characters they make and get excited for it in the channels, that will motivate me more. I've been kind of running low on Steam uh, recently on this stuff, so definitely posting your cool characters. That kind of stuff definitely helps this game come out sooner. Because when I run out of steam, I just want to make night ships. Like every day I wake up, stare at the ceiling and think, I just want to make night ships. And then I sit down and make this. And, I'm a strong man, unbreakable spirit. But, some days I will slip up and work on night ships. So, the faster, the more that we all show cool things made here, the more quickly this will actually come out because I'll actually feel inspired to work on it. Because right now I'm only able to work on this game really on the weekends. So that does and since it's the weekend, you're kind of choosing between rest and working on this game. On average, I seem to get around 10 hours of work a weekend, which is nice. Sometimes 15. But yeah, we'll have to see how all that goes. Yeah, because I'm probably moving to Chicago in a few months, so that will also take up a bit of time. Not too much, but also it will mean like a week or two of no real updates. Like I move a lot, so we'll have to see. I do like this time of day. I'm glad I set it to that. How many energy drinks have been used to make this game? Mostly coffee, but a lot of coffee. A lot of coffee. Yeah, in fact, I believe, let's see, can you see on my screen? Yeah, I have a Keurig thing in the back. Though this game did start in Brazil, in a sense. So I was drinking much stronger coffee when I was back there. Yeah, yeah, it was, I do miss Brazilian coffee. But I don't miss nobody speaking English. You know, that could be a bit stressful. You go out, try to order bread. Next thing you know, you're in a fight. You know, takes energy. Thank you. Yeah, no, I really do think that the character creation stuff will be pretty solid once I get all the bugs out. I just need to get all the bugs out. That's the main limitation, really. But once that happens, I think that we're going to have some really cool stuff. But yeah, I don't know why it's not appearing for mobile users, though. That's kind of weird. Kind of, yeah. I believe Night Ships, it's been so long since I wrote the lore. And who knows if they'll, like, all I can say is Night Ships takes place in a separate galaxy pretty far into the future. I believe it's kind of like, you know, Wall-E? It's kind of like a Wall-E situation where, like, the world kind of ends and everyone kind of flees it. And they just go into space. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. No, it feels good to have people in it. I really am glad to see people in it. And I just, even if it's just to explore the map, because right now it seems like the character customization is only kind of working for people. So yeah, like just, that's a big goal. Oh, just a heads up for the character customization stuff. As you can see, this little triangle in the corner, I don't really have it written down anywhere, but just to spread the word, the I stands for the number of instances on your character. The M stands for how much memory is on your character uses, and the R takes for how long it takes to render. So, you know, you can't have just like infinite instances on your character. And you also can't have infinite textures. So you do have to kind of balance that in mind. But as I get better at making stuff run, you know, in theory, we'll be good. You know, like it doesn't need to like that the limits for that will raise over time. The goal for that was kind of to avoid what just happened, which was the client rendering crashed. Which, you know, if I didn't want it to crash, I probably could have done more stress tests. I did it with like 4 or 5 people. You know, but I knew the server had 24. You know, like that was kind of irresponsible on my part, but also kind of like, in some ways, it's faster for me to just let y'all play it and see if it works than for me to set up an entire testing thing. Like, it's not like I'm earning any money off of this right now or anything. It's just like, you know, yeah, y'all can play it. Hopefully it works. If it doesn't, well, you know, I'll fix that. You know, it's like there's a balancing act when it comes to making tests. You can't just test everything via like automatically. Oh, that guy's moving again. That's cool. But yeah, the grass is taller than I remember. Or am I shorter? Let's see. What's my character height at? Let's see. That feels a bit more correct. But also the grass should probably just be shorter. I appreciate it, Duvid. What about man players? I do not know what that means. Oh yeah, no, I think that vehicles. So vehicles has gotten to a point where it's not on the roadmap because I just kind of want to get this initial version of the game up and running before I go all in on vehicles. But, you know, in terms of future updates, if like the initial release goes well and I'm not completely burnt out, vehicles is still something that I think would be very cool to have. But yeah, that's pretty much the game. Like, you know, we're just gonna keep on building it up. Cool, see cooler and cooler character stuff. I'm thinking of changing the name from Sanctuary City. I don't know, it's just kind of corny. We'll see. We'll see. I need to like sit down and actually think about the lore now that we're getting to like an actual game point. It's changed so many times. It's complete nonsense. But yeah, like, you know, for the most part, that's about it. Like, let's see. But yeah, no, definitely. Can somebody? Oh, actually, if you check out the console, that stuff right there, those random letters, I just saw somebody post. That console is that console. Why is my head smaller? What what happened there? Okay, I have to figure out what's going on with that. That's not how you die. Ragdoll's acting weird. Okay, come on. Yeah, but what's it called? Oh yeah, but all those text, that is your character save data. In the future, if you wanted to copy, like maybe we could have that like be copy and pasteable, you know? Like if you wanted to share your character data with someone else, like your appearance data, it's literally just those letters. Yeah, so the yeah. Yeah, the what's it called? Oh yeah, but could somebody verify could someone please verify if they can make a post in because I'm not seeing anyone doing it, but no one's telling me they can't do it, even though I said like, hey, please, if you have a bug, post it there, you know? It's yeah, so definitely we wanna have the feedback there so that I can keep track of it. All right. Thank you very much. All right, so y'all can post. So when you encounter a bug, please post it. But yeah, you know, every stream we'll be stress testing this a little bit better. Probably my number one goals for in fact I can just kind of write that. Bugs. Texture memory budget limits break everything. What else? Mobile users can't open editor. Head accessory didn't change size when rescaled my character. Ragdoll Ragdoll death had instant rigor mortis. Okay, so these are the goals for now. So that'll probably be the stuff that's fixed for next week. So yeah, so this is the stuff I know of. If there are other bugs, let me know. But yeah, you know, I think it's going pretty well. Like, yeah, it's cool to see all y'all here. You know, I appreciate your patience with stuff working or not working. Be cool if you could have different effect options. You can choose with certain powers like super speed. You can choose. Oh yeah, no, I think character customization stuff. That's it's gonna be very important. So if you look up the yeah, power customization menu. So there's going to be a power upgrade tree and then a power customization menu. So with the powers, I'm thinking of making it semi-swappable. Like the thing is, I want if you have different powers, I want you to have a different character for those powers. You know, like I want people to build up their characters. I think that that's a really cool thing that I want. I want people to be incentivized to invest time into them. Um, and like it's not even a thing that I'm going to monetize or anything. It's just like I think that the game will be more fun if if some people can be better at certain powers than others, you know? Like if you specialize in a certain power, you should get to be better at that power than like a person who just started. I think that that to me is a cool thing, not a bad thing. And obviously in roleplay mode, that stuff wouldn't really limit you necessarily, but you know, in the non-roleplay mode, oh yeah, yeah, no, I'm definitely moving forward with the progression system. Like in terms of so yeah, and you would probably and I what I would support like resetting skills. Either you could like pay some way to reset it or have it like reset for free with like an XP reduction or something. Where like because I don't want you to just I want you to make a new character when you want to try out a new build, you know? Like imagine if like in any RPG game, like say Cyberpunk 2077, imagine if to get a new build of a character, you like the difference between starting the game over and like playing through from scratch with a new skill set and like watching it build over time. That's a much more compelling experience than just having your stats reset halfway through. Now, I think that I should still support it. As I said, in that game they support it. You can reset your stats, but it's just not the ideal game experience. I want people to be able to keep their built up stats. I want you to be able to make a new character from scratch for free, you know? And yeah, so that's the current hope of things. You know, because also just like if you have like a fight, like I think that frankly your characters should visually match your powers. Like if you're making a fire character, um, their outfit should fit a fire character. You know, like if you're making like a super speed character, their outfit should fit that. And so I do think that you know by forcing people to make the character match the powers, I think that that'll be that'll all work out quite well. You didn't miss too much, Joy. For the most part, you know a lot of stuff is broken, but people seem to be in good spirits, or at least the people who aren't are not texting, which you know definitely leave some feedback and bug reports in the thing. But you know I'm content with the vibes remaining wholesome and pure. Yeah, exactly. IDK man. It'll be nice once these buildings have interiors. I can already tell that like this game is going to be a lot more fun to roleplay in. You know, like it just feels more immersive. Like it actually kind of feels like a city. You know, like I've been in cities that felt like this. Kind of has an East Coast vibe. Maybe it's just the maybe it might just be the lanterns. Huh. What does this city remind me of? I mean, I guess in fairness, it probably doesn't remind me of any specific thing. It's kind of a conglomerate of every city I've lived in, which is San Francisco, Chicago, Manhattan, Indianapolis, Victoria, Brazil, and then of course ones I visited, like Chicago. I haven't really lived in Chicago yet. I guess I shouldn't count that as lived until I moved there. Though I was born there. It's just like I didn't, you know, it doesn't really count. Um, but yeah, no, like there's a lot of. You can tell that my brain was more fully developed when I planned out this city. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, IDK man. Oh yeah, no, like I do want to add I do want to add the characters into the Superhero Life 4. Not necessarily as playable ones, but I think it would be fun to like have them as NPCs hanging around. But as you can see, the NPCs are very much pretty far down. Let's see. Yeah, public beta. So like a year from now. So we're not going to see that stuff anytime soon. But that's okay. Like, really, I'm just happy that y'all are excited because, and I want to keep on moving forward with this, making improvements, patches, and kind of getting to see things grow. So, GBMOD, I do think I am going to allow people to create. Ideally, there will be no limit to how many characters you can create. That is my dream. My dream is to have an infinite number of characters you can create. At least infinite in the sense of like intent. Like I don't think there should be a two-tiered system with that. If you want to make a new character every day, I want to support that. But stuff like paying to have stuff reset, I do want to incentivize people to do this stuff from the ground up, like to engage with the progression systems. Game design is weird like that because on the one hand, like obviously not giving the player everything they want is good game design. Like obviously, like in a single player game with no extra monetization, you would never give the player every single power. Like that's just kind of boring. But then when it's a live service game, everything kind of gets skewed, Like it's kind of like, are they making me progress because money machine go burr or because this is a good game design? And I think it's just a harder thing to balance. Like at the end of the day, though, some stuff does need to get monetized and to keep this stuff viable. I would love to get into making like offline single player games at some point, but that's very much a after I have the money to retire kind of dream. I am more open to the idea of sort of a quest. I like the idea of quests, in-game quests, a lot more than a story mode. Because I think quests kind of layer on each other. Like they give the entire game a bit more depth. And I think they're a bit more flexible. Like if you fail a quest, that's like not too crazy. Well, Ryan, like it doesn't. I'm fine with like LAN, like like share your like multiplayer with your friends kind of thing. But like it's a game that would be fun if played alone. Like in a game that doesn't require other people to be fun. What do you mean? Literally all the games I play are single player. What are you talking about, Ryan? This should not be a surprise. Night Shifts is like literally space Minecraft, a game you could totally play on your own. In fact, even the music of Minecraft is very much like isolation-y, Yeah, Minecraft has like asylum music. Yeah, the cabin fever music. But yeah, no, like I would say that for the most part, my goal for this game would be to add story through quest lines, because to me it's a more compelling player experience to have a quest that, because you can't fail a story in the same way. Like if you mess up a story mission, you can just redo it and have that kind of and then you just kind of move on. Like even if you die 100 times, one time you get through, And so I prefer quests that are more like if you fail, you fail. Like if you mess this up, it's a one-off, game over, And I think and just through an efficient workflow and some degrees of procedural generation, you could get like interesting gameplay moments on the regular, without necessarily making it feel like, it's Groundhog's Day or Edge of Tomorrow. Yeah, well, the story games are easier to program, but they require a lot more content, like a lot more like art people. And while I do have a minor in game art, I'm not sure I consider myself an artist first and foremost. I consider myself like a craftsman for code and systems. And so and while Ryan, he helps me out with stuff and he can be very cool. he is also not like a 20 the 20-person team you'd need to make like a compelling like single player story mode game. Yeah, and also I don't think story modes are an authentic usage of the media. Like if you're gonna make a story mode, you have to make it a multi-branching one. Yeah. Skill issue on Ryan's part. Only 18. Yeah, but yeah, and I'm like a -5-person team. Every time I get added to a project, it gets delayed. Yeah, what's it called? What is it called? Sorry, I didn't sleep that well, so my brain's a little bit tired. I'll probably only stream for another 9 minutes, just because brain foggy. But with a story mode, I believe it's very important that you have the player choice be the first and foremost. Like imagine you've probably had this experience with like those AAA games with like those big story moments. What if you just want to like, what if there's a side character who annoys you and you just want to push him off a cliff? I feel like a good video game would allow you to do that and then like have the systems respond accordingly. Like imagine if you killed the annoying side character in the first chapter of a game and then like the rest of the game is just you like fleeing the cops for murder charges. you know like I think that would be the coolest player experience, just kind of like just you do something and then the game just kind of tries to roll with it. And so ideally that's what I feel a story mode would be, but the problem is that takes a lot of effort, and a lot of people who make story mode games, they really just want to make movies as far as I can tell. Like you could see that with the Last of Us guys so clearly, like Naughty Dog, just like they just want to make movies. They think of themselves as like screenplay people first and foremost, and like stuck in like the B tier that is video game development. Like I don't know, it doesn't feel right, and I never really enjoyed those games as a result. It felt like just a movie with a gimmick, and not even a great movie. Like there's a reason the Last of Us TV show was so successful. Like it's because it's a good story, especially when it's not watered down by all these little gimmick mechanics. Yeah. Well, Grand Theft Auto 6 is, if anyone hasn't seen the Nakey Jake video on Red Dead Redemption and how they do quest design, Rockstar has a lot to be desired with their modern way of approaching quest systems. But, I have hope. I have hope. The honestly, my favorite game for quest systems is probably Hitman, because Hitman is just kind of it's kind of a story sandbox. Like you're given a very basic goal, but how you actually go about the plot of what that looks like is very much up to you, and that's because they put a ton of effort into making the game systems respond to your actions. It's not perfect, of course, and I'd say Hitman 3 kind of dropped the ball a bit. It's a little bit less flexible than Hitman 2. I think Hitman 2 is probably the best entry in the series in this aspect. So yeah, no, I definitely play that game if you haven't. Yeah, no, I completely agree, Squid Stick. That I think that the problem is like you all saw the result of me having this idea initially back in earlier versions of Superhero Life 4. I wanted that flexibility, but translating that flexibility into gameplay systems, because with every gameplay system, it adds inflexibility to your game. Like, okay, for example, let's say that we had that kind of story beat where like if you killed your sidekick in the first mission and like the rest of the game people were like the cops are chasing you trying to arrest you. Like that's good and all, except what if later on we make the powers more powerful? Let's make it so that like when you punch there's like an explosion and the odds of you accidentally killing your sidekick go up like exponentially. And then the entire game kind of just suddenly, the entire meta changes where all of a sudden you have to like, you're always fleeing through the cops because you almost always accidentally kill your sidekick. Like, you see, like the more system layers you add, the more things that break with changes. it's almost like being an ecologist or something. You know, when those ecologists are like, "No, you can't build an apartment here. This will kill this one butterfly." Which, 10 years from now, because this butterfly is dead, we're gonna lose the entire agricultural sector. It's like that kind of stuff where like it causes just a chain reaction of things, and literally it would take someone's entire job to analyze what the heck is happening in hyper complex systems like that. Now, obviously, real life is one of the most complicated systems we can conceive of. Um, in fact, because any system that's more complicated than real life just falls apart and doesn't happen. The design does not make it into reality without some simplifications. So yeah, that's my perspective on that kind of game design. Where like I do want to add systems, but I also kind of have learned that you really need to prioritize the systems you make. You can't just make a one size fits all super game engine, because even if it was possible, you just end up spending so much time maintaining parts of the game which don't really matter. Like for example, we used to have procedural generation. Um, like we used to have procedural generation shaping the entire game map. Now it only shapes the basic storefronts. And that's because it took so much effort to keep that procedural generation mechanic running that like it just didn't make sense to invest that much effort into it. Really, developer effort is a currency, and we have to be thoughtful of how we spend it. Permadeath games, I go back and forth on. On the one hand, I think that it is very important for games to have stakes. I think that it is very fun when you don't have the cognitive dissonance of your character obviously dying, but then your character continues to survive. Like I always liked the little nod and wink in Grand Theft Auto where like your character would walk out of a hospital after they died. Like that, like it didn't really make sense, but like I liked that they at least addressed it. That you're not just like spawning like a weird ghoul, just like appearing randomly. Character from The Shining just immediately emerging a few feet where they died. Like it's I don't like it when games do that, but at the same time, I recognize that it hurts player motivation to have to restart every time you slip on a banana peel, and that's something which I don't want. So I think there's a balance. I think there is. Maybe I'll just go the nod and wink thing that Grand Theft Auto does. But yeah, like I think that we're gonna have some really weirdly scaled characters, aren't we? Is this because I called you short earlier, Ryan? Is this revenge? Now I'm the short one. Okay. Let's see. No, this is his true self. This is mhm. Yeah. Inside all of us is I don't know, Yao Ming or something. What are some other tall guys? What are some other tall guys? What's the tallest guy y'all can think of? Because I know like they're like the tallest guy on earth, like what he looks like, but I don't know his name. Like what's the tallest guy whose name you can think of? Like maybe like I don't know who's taller, Shaq or Yao Ming? Let me see. Okay. So Shaq is 7'1". Yao Ming is 7'6". I was right. Okay, makes sense. Slenderman, yeah. Yeah, I want to see a TV show where Slenderman joins the NBA. I think that'd be fun. There was this one anime where like Confucius or some old philosopher dude like got like reincarnated in like the modern like Japan pop scene. And I doubt it was like the best anime of all time. But I do love when they just take a swing on a crazy idea like that. Yes, Karma YouTube. Yeah, that unfortunately seems to be the case. Yeah, we currently have a running list of bugs here, so we're gonna work on that. Yeah, that's probably gonna be done the next week or so. But yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was it. GB Mod has the name of it. If anyone's interested. Yeah, give me admin free. Nah. One day. Well, I mean, we'll give you superpowers. I feel like that's a form of admin, you know. The But yeah, I do really like the procedural generation stuff. I want to go further with that city rendering pipeline. Anyway, I feel like I can organize it better too. Like right now, it's a very basic one. I can feel that there's a good way to do procedural generation. It just escapes me. It eludes me every time. But yeah, anyway, it was nice talking to y'all. Thank you so much for attending this test. Please keep giving it thumbs up to offset the people who play it without knowing what's going on and get upset when they can't enter. You know, that will because it'll make me sad if it just starts getting really thumbs down, you know, review bombed. You know, but yeah, that's pretty much. I'm gonna call it private testing just to further set people's expectations. Okay. But yeah. Well, the thing is, I think I had to make it available to people to play outside it. Like I wasn't able to lock it to just a specific rank of the group. I believe I have it locked so that only people in the group can do it, and if not, I can probably set that up pretty quickly. Where is it? Let's see, access, version history, permissions. I don't know where I put that. They keep moving stuff around. It's driving me crazy. Wait, here it is. Access. Okay, yeah, no, community members can play it. Oh, dang. It's a lot of people. Woo. But yeah, I am happy to see that like the character scaling is going crazy. We'll see how small we can make these. Oh no. SIDS. That's sad. Yeah, sorry, a little baby character just jumped to their death. Yeah, though we might have to make some characters a little bit bigger. Sorry, no friends on Roblox right now. Yeah, but yeah, no, we'll see how big we have to make people to like make combat not be completely broken. So we might have to go a little bit bigger down the road. But for now, I'm pretty happy with you know, and also we'll see how doorways work. I think. How do y'all feel about this? I feel like if you make your character super big, you shouldn't be allowed to complain to me that you can't fit in certain rooms, you know? Like, you chose this, you know? You could be smaller if you want to fit in that stuff. I feel like it's, you know, like I'm 6'3" and I can barely fit on an airplane. I've accepted my fate, you know? So yeah, but we'll see. Obviously, the important areas will still have higher ceilings, but yeah. I think it'll be cool to see like see combat between giant and like medium-sized characters, you know? Especially once we have movement systems set up. Right now, everyone feels kind of slow. But yeah, I will. Oh yeah. Oh there. Oh dang. Yeah, this might be an argument for making stuff better to help out Strunk Mustachio. It's a good name. Yeah. Ryan, why isn't your name as good as Strunk Mustachios? Real letdown. Okay. But yeah. Anyway. I will talk to y'all later. Take care. I'm going to drink some more coffee. And I will see y'all next week, probably with some of these bug patches in. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye.